Well, it's getting more and more square. Yeah. It's pretty level, pretty square. Having a problem with my 16-foot 4x8s. They are twisting. So I put my little grabby things on. Hopefully, I don't know, they settle. Not sure. Yeah, so everything seems to be fitting good. I glued the hell out of these things. Put these little things on. They are super cool. They dig deep. They're a little tricky. The ones that they do at the factory for like rafters for houses and stuff. They must have some kind of press that does it, because hitting it with a hammer is not as precise. Yeah. So once I started pulling it up to level it with the others, because the middle one I'm not able to change. So the far one I can change, this one I can't. So the whole thing had to go up by a 2x4. And yeah. Ooh, glue, super glue. It's not actually super glue. It's just regular wood glue. But it's good wood glue. Anyway, yeah, so and I knew that this was gonna be the pier was gonna be low, but yeah, it just, oh well. Dealing with what I got. So then these other ones I put in concrete piers and a hefty base of gravel to make sure they are stable and stationary and yada yada. This is the only one that I had to do a post on, and these things are actually really cool. Because there's a big hole and small holes. Small holes are for the the little grabby screws, but big holes, I decided I'm going to do little, I can show you actually, little stubby lag bolts. I don't want them to go all the way through, I just want them to go in and grab. So, yeah. So that's the stationary thing. If at some point, maybe I'll lift the whole deck and put in a stone pier, but not likely. But for now, either way, this is more than sufficient to keep it up. It's a 4x6, and yeah, all the other ones, these cross members, the support joists are all 4x6. Never mind this middle one. I was using it to, move the thing along and measure and remeasure. Yeah, and then I put on just one joist at that end and one joist on this end. And I've only screwed in the strong ties. I haven't screwed in these guys. Well, and I've only got a couple. I don't have any more of these, and I have maybe 6 more of these, so I'm gonna have to just get a boatload at the store when I go to town, whenever that is. So until then, I got it as far as I could. I really not too sure about this middle joist, because the posts have these little metal brackets put in them, and they're sunk into the cement. But they've only got one little hole on it, and I'm like, well, maybe I should drill it, or I don't know. I had hammered them up and out, so I was just gonna drill in, to put one of these things in. I only have one, and I need 2 more. But yeah, I have to like strip the metal thing away and drill in, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna find in there. And so for now, I went ahead and decided to screw the thing for now. Just moments ago, it was just like this huge thunder cloud covering of, rumbling and everything, and came right over top. And so I was just like, well, I'm gonna bolt it in, or screw it in, and just let it, hopefully it doesn't twist or bend or whatever when it gets wet. But then clouds just went right by and rumbled and were angry, but then it just kept going, and now it's clear. It's just weird. So yeah, anyway, so that's where it's at. I've measured these. After this thing here, it'll go up 6 inches, because 2 by 6, it'll come up to 6 inches, and then 2 more inches for the floorboards, for the deck floorboards. So we should be really good and good in there. I can show you these. These are for the 16 foot. Oh, geez. Having things going across is a pain in the ass. For these things, if they survive, if they're really twisty, I'm getting more and more uneasy about it. I will do screws and the small lag bolts where the other one sits. It will sit right here. Ignore that guy again. It will sit right here, standing up, and then this will tie it together and be very strong. I've got 2 for the middle and 2 for this end and 2 for down there at the other end. Pretty excited. I'm tempted to, because these are in slightly from the edge of the wall, and I'd like it to line up exactly with these things. More so for the top, where there'll be a support going from the roof to that, in all 4 corners, and this one I can actually show better, because it'll come up and sort of diagonal out. It's a little bit of creative look, a little bit cabiny, but also it'll certainly serve for strength and stability for the roof. So I'd like, if I have to, instead of it going directly over this, I may have to bring it out over here, which I don't mind, as long as it's lined up with those. It'll make a good good way. And then this, of course, is halfway because it's 12 feet there, 12 feet there. So my guess is that, you know, they will be pretty much equal away from each other. We'll see, because this one has to line up with that. So just going by these is not enough. I want to slide it over slightly so that it lines up with that. So all right, well, there you go. It's like it when that evening sun comes up. But yeah. And as they walk around, it feels like it's a really big deck. That's really big. So what will I do with it? I don't know. But, you know, if it's covered, it'll be fine from, you know, the sun and stuff. But I am starting to second guess the you know, the canopy that comes over, supported by those, because the beams are twisty, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to build that if it's going to be you know, some kind of wonky flimsy piece of crap, you know. So yeah, that's it. Update on the deck.